I'm in a small East Texas city called On, Alaska. If you drive down Farm Market Road 3459, you'll see a simple sign, Delafosse Cemetery. Down that old country road lies a 150-year-old family cemetery, abandoned, overgrown, and nearly forgotten. This is the Delafosse Cemetery. This is Delafosse Cemetery. The story begins with Pierre Delafosse, born March 30th, 1816 in St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana. He came from a French Creole family steeped in Louisiana's colonial heritage and Catholic tradition. Pierre likely spent his youth farming, tending livestock, and learning to survive in a world shaped by both hardship and community. The name Delafosse means of the ditch or of the pit in French, a name that hints at French colonial roots and perhaps even noble or occupational regions. By 1840, Pierre had moved west to St. Landry Parish, likely drawn by land and farming opportunities, Creole and French-speaking Catholic communities, or possibly for marriage. And funny enough, while Pierre was living there, he met his future wife, Clémentine de Sayard, a fellow French Creole just like him. They end up getting married in 1842, and by 1843 they had their first child, Benjamin Hilaire. By the 1860s or so, they end up moving to Polk County, Texas. So why did they migrate to Texas for? Like many French-speaking families of the time, the Delafosse family were likely drawn to Texas by promise of cheap land, open space, and freedom to pursue their language, faith, and culture. East Texas, especially Polk County, reminded many Creole settlers of the woodlands and farmlands they left behind in Louisiana. Once in Texas, Pierre likely lived a rugged life of a pioneer farmer, clearing dense forests, cultivating the land, and providing for his growing family. This wasn't just a job, it was a way of life, built on survival, self-reliance, and grit. Together, Pierre and Clémentine had 5 more children. While Pierre worked the land, Clémentine ran the household, teaching the children, managing daily chores, tending livestock, and putting food on the table. Back then, large families were essential. Children were the workforce, and sadly, not all survived. Illnesses like cholera, typhoid, measles, and tuberculosis claimed many lives before adulthood. One of their sons, Felix Delafosse, died in 1873 at just 5 years old, and I'm not sure what his cause of death was. Pierre buried his son on their property next to their homestead. It might sound unusual today, but back then, it was common. Rural families often buried their loved ones on their land because public cemeteries didn't exist yet. Towns were far away and travel was hard. Sadly, by 1876, the mother, Clementine, died at the age of 53 years old. She was laid to rest next to her son Felix. And then by 1879, the father, Pierre, passed away at the age of 63 years old. And I'm sure you want to know the cause of death from both parents. I really don't know. By 1986, the Delafosse family was first documented, I believe, by a land surveyor, and then again in 2001 by genealogists. Now, here I am today, telling you their stories the best I can through the power of the internet. Let's hope one day the cemetery gets a cleanup and possibly a Texas historical marker. As we walk away from the quiet resting place of the Delafosse family, we're reminded that history isn't just found in books or museums. It's written in the soil, the stones, and the stories passed down through generations. This small cemetery in Polk County may seem forgotten by time, but to those who listen closely, it still speaks of survival, of love, of a family that carved out a life on the Texas frontier and left behind more than just names. They left a legacy. Please pray that I do not land on a snake or anything like that. These are some thick bushes. This is probably the worst time to come out here. This is July. We're in the middle of summer. Let's see if we can get this out of here at least. Get a little bit of room. Wow. Too bad I can't move that. It's too much. I don't want to break that fence either. I want to preserve it as much as possible. Oh, fence is old. I love it. The decay on it, oh, it's beautiful. So I was walking back to the direction I came and I noticed what looks to be a footstone over here. There's another one, but this is the one the furthest that I saw. There's no writing on it. Oh wait, there is writing. I don't know what that says though. What was that other one? Because I saw two of them. Oh, here we go. This one's split, it looks like. What does that say? I can't. Well, the headstone's split, so I'm gonna pick it up for a second. What does that say at the tip top? Set this headstone. Oh, it was like this, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like that. This was a really interesting old cemetery out here in Alaska, in Polk County, Texas. I really like this old gate that's behind me. I hope you found something interesting about the Delafosse family cemetery. If you ever check it out for yourself, please remember to be respectful. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next story.